Welcome. Let's talk about FCRA bill, which one of the American MPs, he spoke from America. He said you are attacking on the Christians because actually what is FCRA bill? The FCRA bill is meant for not only Christians, right? It is for everyone, right? FCRA bill is meant for Hindus, Muslims, Christians. There are many scheduled caste organizations, social activists, tribal activists. So many people are getting foreign funding. So everybody have FCRA. Okay, when everybody have the FCRA, why one of the American MPs spoke, tweeted that it is going to attack on Christians. Why he said is that majority of the buildings, the huge properties built in India, it is Christian organizations and Muslim organizations. Muslim organizations, they may not get foreign funding. They have the ancestral properties like Mughals. They ruled here in India, so that time they earned so much of money and all. That's a different story. They become business people, and then most of the Muslims, they do business, so they are not as poor as Christians are. But the Christians will get foreign funding because they're basically many scheduled caste and all these people, converts are there, and they're poor people, so they get foreign funding from the foreign organizations. So the FCRA, majority of Christian organizations are depending on this FCRA. Now what is the problem now? So they kept many clauses. They said, okay, we will scrutinize it. Yeah, government has right to scrutinize. We audit. Yes, government has right to audit. We inspect. Yes, government has right to inspect. They said few NGOs are being used to pump the money for Naxalites and terrorists. Yes, if they have tip, if the intelligence have the tip, they are right to question, right to control the entire NGOs, everything they have. But one clause that is troubling is that the properties clause. What is the properties clause? What they are saying is that during inspection, if we find, or if any discrepancies are found during inspection time, those properties of the particular NGOs will go under the government control. This is the clause. How it is possible, man? If a school, someone is running the school, someone is running the college, there will be inspections, right? DUO, MEO, all these people will come for inspection. If you find that the discrepancies are there in the following the norms and what are the instructions according to their particular education system, what do? You cancel the affiliation. That's it, right? You cancel the affiliation, but government will not take the benches, classes, computers, and the buildings. Government will not take, right? You only cancel the affiliation. Okay, you built an hospital. If you find any discrepancies in the hospital, if they are not following the norms, or a medical college or hospital, you cancel the permission, you cancel the admission. That's all right. But you will not take all the equipments and properties there, right? Same way like, see, BJP is one of the political parties. Congress is one of the political parties. These political parties also running their offices. If at all there are some discrepancies in building their party office or something, will you give your party office to the government? No, right? Same way like, why NGOs should give their properties to the government? If the discrepancies are there, you should cancel the FCRA. If discrepancies are there, you should stop the FCRA. You should go for more scrutiny, give them time to rectify. These are the normal issues, normal administrative issues. The danger in this bill which they are being proposed is that the properties will go under the control. Why? This is their property, right? It's an NGO's property, right? Why government will take it? What government is saying that this is not your hard-earned money. You are getting from somewhere foreign country. So you build so many big buildings here. Instead of serving the poor, you build the buildings here. You are not following norms and this one. So we'll take that money because that's not your money. We'll take that entire property because that's not your money. That's someone foreigner's money. So it belongs to the government. That's how they are arguing. So this kind of argument they are going. Whatever, this is the major problem what I found from the after speaking to different Christian organizations and all. What I found is that this is the worry from the NGOs of different Christian organizations. They're saying that how could our properties be controlled by the government, because it's NGOs, a charitable organization. Government cannot do anything, right? Government cannot do everything. Government cannot do, because there is a remote tribal villages. Government is not going there. And moreover, see, the government has so many problems: resource problems, financial problems, budget problems, scams and corruption problems, implementation problems, government relaxity problems. All these problems in the government. Parallelly, there are NGOs are working. See, they both should go side by side. Government should work, and the other side NGOs should work. Then only the upliftment will come. Government is not giving schemes to every poor. Even government is giving some schemes and incentives to the poor and needy, but that is not sufficient. Parallelly, other side, even NGOs are supporting them, especially tribals, scheduled castes and marginalized societies when they are tribing. Then why do you cancel this FCRA? The problem is that TK, FCRA, there what the government is telling that we have to national security matters. If the national security matters, you have to focus on the security, right? They are saying that through NGOs, the funding is going to the Naxalites, terrorism and all. They are saying that if you have any doubt, you should scrutinize only those organizations. See, the smugglers, they are also traveling in the RTC buses. They are also traveling in the trains. Smuggler, like cannabis kind of, right? There are some cannabis, ganja, these kind of things are there. It looks like a vegetable. It's like karvepek and kothmer. It looks like that. Okay, a leafy vegetable. The ganja and cannabis. Many people are taking that along with the vegetable shops, this one. So will you scrutinize every vegetable? They're carrying through trains. Will you stop the entire train system? They're carrying through buses. Will you stop the entire RTC bus system? No. When you have a tip, when you have doubt, only those people should be suspected. Those people should be got, not the entire organizations and entire NGOs. So in the name of national security, taking control of all the NGOs and their properties is the biggest problem here now. This is the biggest problem which we are facing in the state of, in this country. That's going to be the FCRA bill now. Somewhere, American responded. Somewhere American, these people are then, why you are responding? Because it's, of course, it's an internal issue. We'll solve our problem. Why should an American respond? Because this is our country. We have fundamental right to voice for ourselves. We have a voice for ourselves. Why American is responding there? Because they have their own system that whichever the country, if the human rights and religious freedom issues are there, they will voice. Even that India can do it. Even India also can establish a department wherever the human rights and religious issues are being troubled, even India can give them warning. India can give warning to China that you are troubling Christians, Muslims, Hindus, and then we will not spare. Even India has that right, because if they want to global, same like as a part of that. So the America responded because here Christians might have complained there. So he gave a warning. So that's not the issue. Whether American gives warning or not, that's not the issue. Here we are the citizens of India. Let's not depend on what America says, that we have fundamental right to talk or question the government that this is injustice. That's all what I want to say. So unfortunately, the Christian community is a voiceless community. They're being attacked, they're being suppressed. Even the Christians also, they're not that much of aggressive and all. Voiceless community. I don't know why the Christians are so, sometimes they're dummy kind of candidates. Thank you, Namaskar.